Hiya Colin, great session yesterday. Some signs of improvement towards the end. Unfortunately, what I've managed to find is some footage that we used last time you came across. So we take a little look at you here. Usually a good setup, no problems there. Nice centred backswing. This one was getting a little bit long, and I know the previous footage you sent across, the swing had been getting a little bit more controlled on the way back. You can see there a little bit of a shorter backswing. Now the key work from yesterday was to increase the amount of load on the second accumulator, the wrists, from the top of the backswing, P4 to P5. You can see there as you're coming into sort of P5, just beyond, just take you back a few, the shaft's loaded a certain amount. As we do this drill, what we're trying to do is hit out in front of the golf ball. You can see there's a considerable increase in the amount that you load the shaft from P4 to P5. The more you can load the second accumulator from P4 to P5, the more you're going to have shaft lean impact, and the more time you have to control the releasing of the golf club, or the releasing of the third accumulator, which is the rolling of the left wrist. So it's just going to delay that action to keep the club from the inside and allow you to draw the ball a little bit more consistently. We'll look at you in the actual shot after the drill. Again, super setup. Backswing got a little bit long on that one, but certainly more lag and more loading of the second accumulator. Than the last time you came across. That's a good improvement at that point. If we then run this swing through, because the left wrist has started to uncock early, we've got to now start moving up a little bit as we're coming down. So the head's going to move up just a touch. We stop you there now at P6. Take a little look at some angles as we're coming in. Got to remove that line. I'm just going to put a line down from the centre of your hands to the floor. I'm going to run this down now using the drill yesterday where we're trying to hit out in front of the golf ball. You can see how much more movement forward we have. That move's going to get the low point out much more in front of the golf ball. And then if we take a little look at you in the actual hitting of your shot, again, much better move forward on the far right compared to far left. Centre of the hands, slightly nearer the golf ball, considerably nearer the golf ball. Left knee more out in front of the left ankle than previously, so there's a little bit more linear movement than you were getting before. Certainly looking a little bit more stacked on top of the ball, not quite as much up and behind it. As you come through, by the time the left hand or the left hand is getting in line with the leg, the shaft's completely gone at this point, and we can see here now it's going to get rid of all these angles. Masses of shaft lean on the drill as you'd expect. Big improvement, Colin, considering that when you were looking at it initially you thought you'd not really improved a lot. I think on reflection, when you look at those three swings, this is the extreme, because we're trying to hit in front of the golf ball, we're trying to actually miss the golf ball. This is where you were, and that's where you were at the end of yesterday's session. So that's a massive improvement in the amount that the shaft leans forward based on one simple drill. Really looking really good at impact there. Shoulders are in a better position, right arm hasn't expanded quite as much, shaft's leaning much more out in front of it, still moving forward at that point, whereas here we've started to post up a little bit too early, and you can see we're jumping off the ground way too soon to try and prevent the club from digging in the ground as the radius of the swing expands a little bit. Hand positioning at impact, also slightly different. Back of the left hand now, line down, way in front of where the golf ball was on this one. Slightly in front of where the golf ball was. So massive improvement there, Cole. Great session. Great to see you again. Keep up the good work, and I can't wait to see your swing progress during the coming months. Well done.